Jarrette, when I met you 5.5 years ago, I didn't in my wildest dreams think we would be here today, standing under the chuppah, getting married before all of our family and friends. You came into my life at a time of a lot of change. I had just been accepted to nursing school for my master's degree, was about to move to a new city, and live in my first real apartment. What I didn't expect to add to this list was you. After our first date, I texted some friends to let them know how it went. I said, and I quote, "Okay, so the date went really well. It was super easy to talk to him, and we're both weird, so I think it works." The rest of my night, however, didn't quite go as well. When we parted ways at Union Station, you to take the train back to Buffalo Grove and me back to Milwaukie, I quickly realized that I had mistakenly purchased a Greyhound bus ticket. When I texted you about this tragic mistake, this was our green text messaging era, you first laughed at me, but proceeded to text me throughout my ride to make sure I felt safe and stayed up until I made it all the way home. I knew that evening that this would be something special. Since then, you have shown me time and time again your love and commitment for me. Sometimes it's a small gesture like getting me a Diet Coke on your way home from the store, folding the laundry when I fall asleep on the couch, or giving me the perfect bite of food during a meal. Other times, it's knowing just the right thing to say or do when I'm sad to make me smile, helping to ground me when I start thinking 20 steps ahead and get overwhelmed, or going up to the top of the CN Tower in Toronto even though you're scared of heights just because I want to go. But most importantly, you make me feel the most me when I'm with you. We've gone through a lot together these last few years. The stresses of nursing school, getting new jobs, COVID quarantine, getting our first apartment together, starting our little family with Murphy, and the passing of 2 of my grandparents. You have continuously stood by me, supported me, and loved me through it all. You are the kindest, most compassionate person I've ever met. Your charisma and laugh are contagious, and your love and dedication to our families never ceases to amaze me. You are the best dog dad to Murphy, and I can't wait to continue growing our family together. As your wife, I promise to love you, support you, and watch countless hours of football, baseball, and basketball with you. While I'm scrolling through TikTok, of course. On that note, I promise to send you all my favorite food TikToks daily, just for you to send them to me 1 week later on Reels. I promise to keep pushing you out of your comfort zone, continue exploring the world with you, and eating all the amazing food we can. Oh, and thank you for getting an iPhone so we can start this next chapter as husband and wife in our blue text messaging era. I love you.
May God always smile upon you, Anya and Jarrette, and bless you with God's choicest of blessings, the blessing of wholeness, the blessing of peace, the blessing of shalom. And let us say, Amen.
Anya, putting our relationship into words is not possible. Words don't do it justice to describe our love for each other. But if there were a few words I would use to describe, one of them would be honesty. We have never been afraid to be honest with each other, even if it meant not knowing how the other would react. Or if saying something to one another was scary, knowing we would always be understanding of what either of us was going through. I promise to always be honest to you. Another word I would use to describe us would be devoted. You displayed endless devotion to our relationship, more than I could ever have. Your devotion to us was shown on our first date when you took the Amtrak all the way to Chicago to meet me at Topo Gigio for our first date. Here I was thinking, what kind of girl would cross state lines to go on a date with me? Your devotion was shown further that night when you accidentally booked a Greyhound bus back to Milwaukee. Honestly, I thought it wouldn't work out after knowing this girl I just went on a date with had to take a Greyhound by herself at 10 p.m. But in this moment and throughout our relationship, your consistent devotion to me has always been profound. I would say support is another word that has driven us to this point. We have always been there to support each other in our darkest days and our most joyous. It's from those hard times we learned that we would always be there for each other, no matter what. And it was those joyous times where we simply had fun and wouldn't want to enjoy life with anyone else. I love supporting you in your nursing journey, and I was your biggest fan. You've always supported me professionally and personally, helping me with career decisions along the way, and also supporting my Jayhawks. I promise to always support you in everything you do. Anya, Thank you for everything you do for me and Murphy. Thank you for buying all of my clothes. Thank you for loving me and my family. I truly couldn't have asked for a better life partner to do this crazy thing we call life with. I promise to love you until my last breath. I promise to give you and our future family everything I have. And I promise myself to you.